Hello to you all, my name's Darren from RC Scale Models. Today we have a brand new kit for 2020. This one's from Academy, 50th anniversary range from 1969. Long time for a manufacturer. This is the Sturmpanzer Brummbar, if that's how you pronounce it. I do apologise if I messed that up. But this also comes with Zimmerit in the kit. The Zimmerit comes as a decal. We'll take a closer look at that when we get to it. As I say, this is brand new for a kit for 2020, all brand new tooling. So let's take a look what we get. Agreed with a nice box art of the Brummbar tank. I believe it's a lower hull from a Sturmpanzer, not Sturmpanzer. Yeah, Sturmpanzer hull, I believe, type thing, and then they've got this extra armour thing, and it's got a massive howitzer gun on the front. It has extra side armour. It's optional if you want to put that on or off. There's this side. You get some marking options. You get camouflage one, yellow and red stripes, a yellow one with green stripes. Here's that Zimmerit decal piece that comes in the kit. You have this side of the box, kit number 13525. Colour call out, say call out for Mr. Hobby, Guns, Tamir, Ravel, Vallejo, AK Interactive. So quite a range of paints and stuff you can match up and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's a medium version, so I don't know what I mean by that. Dimensions of the tank, of how big it's going to be, is 170mm by 77mm. 170mm is 17 centimeters and just over 7.5 centimeters high. So here's a top opening box. So we'll be greeted with turret, tracks, your worksheet. Here's that decal. We'll take a closer look at that. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4 bags of styrene, so it's quite stuffed. Let's take a closer look now. So this is all the paperwork you get. Warnings, don't need that. Another warning, we all know how to do that. Pretty cool about their tools and how to use certain things. A bit like Tamir with their tips and tricks. So here's your worksheet. It's nicely done. So as I say, here's your worksheet. It's a nice book of the box art on the front. Again, you've got your colours down the front. If you need to match them up, pause the video, you know what you're looking for. Symbols for certain icons and cut, open, ×2, decals, whatever. Your first step is what looks like part of the sprue map, just your internal parts to make up the lower hull section. So I think they're asking just to make sure you've got them in the kit and everything there. Your first step would be the lower hull, 2 sides, and then you've got looks like structural like firewall sections. And then once that's built, you've got the front piece going on and the front lower glacier, the rear engine deck, I believe that is, or the back of the tank. Quite simple assembly so far, a bit like Tamir, not many parts, nice and easy. We've got the front upper glacier, what should I call that, transmission casing, suspension arms, and then it goes into the wheels, drive sprocket, road wheels, idler wheel, return roller. So once they've been assembled, attach them in place. Very simple. I still recommend leaving these off towards the end so you can adjust the tracks. Unfortunately, the tracks in the kit are rubber. If you got aftermarket tracks out there, you can wish to do that, but unfortunately the tracks are rubber in this kit. Number 8 is working on the breech, and then we've got the giant, it's like a ball turret type section for the giant howitzer gun. And then we've got the internal part for the gun to sit on, and then you can drop that down on top of the lower hull on the inside. What looks like a lower glacier plate, extra armour. Extra armour, the tanks, crew members used to put spare tracks on the front of the tank and stuff for extra armour, as well as obviously spare tracks. I'd paint these and stick them on last. The engine deck, it comes in one big piece and one small piece, and then you've got your side pieces to assemble. Quite simple. Then you've got this side rear skirts as well. You do have what looks like, is that howitzer or is that normal plastic? Looks like plastic, because I know the Dragon kit, these pieces here are howitzer, but in here it looks like it's plastic. Dropping down your engine deck, there is no engine, but again, if you wish to put an engine inside by doing it aftermarket and having the doors open, you can do all that if you wish to do so. You've got the rear of the tank going in as well. Support brackets for exhaust system probably. You've got another plate going in, another form of plate going in as well. Not sure what these end pieces are. I think they're to do with the return roller actually. We've got the more hanging brackets, which houses the tow section of the back of the tank, so it's like a tow hook type thing. Exhaust, is that exhaust? That looks like exhaust pipes as well, and muffler, I think that might be. Upper turret, some vision cupolas or binocular type things going in. We have the shield and the MG machine gun going in. Again, I would paint that and I would put that on last. You can have the hatch open or closed on the rear and the top. Commander's hatch open or closed. You have the gun mantlet ring going on the front. Side fenders and mud guards and stuff dropping down on top of your turret. So imagine once this is done, you drop the whole thing down. Yeah. So once it's complete, the whole thing can be dropped down on top. Don't forget to slide the gun in first, and then it should just drop into place. It says no cement. I don't know why you wouldn't want to glue it down. I don't know why, what that means for. Strange. Light guards going in. Driver's vision port. What we have here, this I don't know what that is, but you've got a jack, but I don't know what that is on the side of the tank. You've got your tow hook, again, weather it, paint it, whatever you need to do, put it on last. You've got a couple of tools as well, again, paint them, weather them, put them on last. We have aerial, some hanging brackets, spare wheels, again, paint them, weather them, put them on last. You don't have to do all 4 wheel, you can do 1 or 2, as many as you want, because obviously it might, looks like they've used some already. You can put as many as you want on. Stowage going in on the side, which is a nice touch, and then it goes onto the hanging bracket section. Again, you can have them on, and you don't have to worry about these shields at all. You can just have the hanging brackets. And comes on hanging brackets, you can have as many as you want. You don't have to have all of them. I do like it where you've got some missing. So so I might do that. Only have a couple on, I won't have the full shield. Unless you're making it factory finish, then it's worth doing. Now this section is where your Zimmerit goes. So I don't know if you want to put the tank together first and then attach the Zimmerit, or you attach the Zimmerit to the pieces first and then glue the tank together. I don't know how. I might have to look into this and figure it out first before assembly, but what they're asking here looks like to attach the Zimmerit to your pieces and then go on to the build stage. So I don't know. But here's your decal for the Zimmerit. It is printed in like this silver decal. It is raised in 3D, you can feel it. But the only downfall is if you look at it, it's quite clean Zimmerit. On the real Zimmerit and real vehicles, it's quite rough and uneven. And this looks quite symmetrical, so if you've got the skills to do Zimmerit, I recommend trying it. I mentioned before in kits that I've got Zimmerit. If you want to try Zimmerit, you want to use a tool something like this. But it's a nice touch. You get this in the kit, so if you're just starting making them models or you haven't got the skills to do Zimmerit, I haven't even attempted to try Zimmerit yet, so I'm going to do this straight out the box as is. So I am going to use the decals. I've got the Zimmerit tool, so I am going to try it. Also, you do get your markings as well, very simple. So I will try the Zimmerit at some point and try to do my own, but I'm going to use the decal on this. The first paint scheme, this one's from Normandy 1944. It's the typical camouflage. We have one from Italy, which is all yellow with brown squiggles all over it, which is not too bad. You've got another one from Italy, which is the same as this one, but in green. And then on the back you've got your sprue map with bits of sprues. And down the bottom, all this is parts are not needed, so shouldn't be too many, I don't think. Right, first section we'll take a quick look at. These are the rubber tracks that come with the kit. I'm never a fan of rubber tracks. So I might swap these out for something else. In this first bag we have the turret. So nice, they give you an attachment point still. You haven't got to worry about a cast texture or anything because it's going to have Zimmerit on top of it, but you have got nice weld seams and it is nicely detailed. First bag, you always check your bags to make sure nothing's gone loose. So we have this first sprue. Nicely done. This is Sprue A. It looks like the back of the tank, the internals, the ball turret, breech, hanging brackets. The gun is slide moulded, which is a nice touch. So I imagine there'd be aftermarket metal ones out there, but I don't see the point to swap it out. I don't really think you need to. So this one has the side skirts. Like I mentioned, you don't have to do all pieces. If you wish to want to do only one or two, you're going to have to slice down these lines to separate them. I might even do that anyway, because the panels were done individually, it wasn't done as one sheet. We have the back of the tank. The ejector pins on the inside, you're not going to see these. These are not ejection pins, these are part of the metal structure. But if you wish to sand them out, you can do, but I don't think they're ejection pins. You've got two types of back piece there. Parts of the track, which are here. These pieces have got a glue on top of here. Some tools. There's the hanging bracket section. You have a couple of machine guns, more tools. So this is Sprue G, this is quite a big one as well. Looks like these two sprues are the same. This is the wheels. Yeah, so these two are identical. So we're going to take a look at one. So what we have here, we have all suspension parts, hanging brackets, transmission casing, suspension, return rollers, tracks, idler wheel, running gear, drive sprocket I should say, sorry, road wheels, all come as two piece. We have to sandwich them together. Ejection pins on the inside, so you may have to clean them up, but these ones you probably won't need to, because when they're sandwiched together you won't see on the inside anyway. These pieces here, be careful taking these off the sprue because they're handles. The tow hook system, I believe they give you the nylon string to go in that. There's quite a few fragile parts in this sprue, so take your time, be careful taking them off the sprue. We've got a large sprue in this one, which is Sprue D. So it's the lower hull, sides, engine deck, firewall, rear, lower glacier, upper glacier. There's two types actually. So there must be a different variant coming out at some point, because you've got different front plates as well with bolts and stuff. So there must be another variant coming out, a later version maybe, or early, because being this one's the middle, so probably early and late as well, probably coming out. I'm just guessing. So nice detail on the outside. Again, it's got those marks, which I'm not sure if they're ejection pins. It's strange if they are ejection pins. Why are they on the outside, not done on the inside? Because you're not going to see that anyway. So I don't know if they are. But if they are, it's a strange way of doing it, and it's annoying. If they've done it on that side, why have they done it on that side when you clearly could have done it on this side, which is on the inside? Reason why I don't think they're ejection pins, because these ejection pins are sunk and these ones are raised, so that's why I don't think these are ejection pins. I could be totally wrong. So engine deck is nicely detailed, and you've got the two upper glacier, which is the driver's hatch and whatever, but they look identical to me. I don't know why. There's two, and then you've got the front of the tank, one with bolts and one without. So I think there'll be different versions coming out at some point. This sprue here is Sprue E. Consists of your side fenders, exhaust system by the looks of things, piping. You've got three parts here the same. Well, can't remember where they could be on top of the turret actually, or was at the back. These are the sides as well, by the rear. Exhaust system here, hanging brackets for the exhaust system. Yeah, this is the exhaust system as well. On the side fenders, you've got this diamond plating texture, which is nice touch all over. So it's pretty nice. The plastic is the typical plastic from Academy. It's nice, firm. And we have another bag of wheels and tracks. And so what's the difference between this one and the one we previously looked at? I might have extra sprues in here when I'm not meant to. So let's check this out quickly. Let's go back in a second. Oh no. Yep. Sprue H that we looked at earlier with the wheels is the same as this one. So I've ended up with 4 of these. I don't know if you're meant to end up with 4 of these, but I've got 4 in my kit. So you end up with 4 of these sprues. Oh yeah, in instructions you do get 4, so it is correct. So there you go folks, a brand new kit from Academy for 2020, 135 scale, Sturmpanzer Brummbar. Sorry if I screwed up, I don't know how you pronounce it. With Zimmerit. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.